What's up guys? So today in legs, very excited to crack on with this session. We're in a really good position with training. Our training is getting very exciting. So ultimately the goal now is just to surpass previous strength and just get as strong as possible, you know? It's what I love to do. Training is getting close to that. I mean, on some things it's already pretty much there. Hacks with slowly building back up. Obviously I'm like 11.5 kilos lighter than my heaviest in 2023. So still very far from that. But a lot has changed with my training. My hacks are completely different now. I feel so much more stable and I feel like I'm able to create a lot more force with the setup I've got. I feel like my lower back fatigue from deadlifts doesn't take away from it anymore. So I'm excited to show you that stuff and ultimately just get after it, doing legs on my own as well. So I'll show you kind of some tricks when you're training on your own, how you can still train legs hard without a spot on certain things. And yeah, other than that, it's just a big session. Let's do it. This is the dodgiest belt ever. It's a real pain to get in. It's like made for a bikini athlete. And just fit in it, like you just can only just get around, but then you've got to tighten it. It's a real pain, but it is worth it. It makes a difference. So I'm gonna struggle. Even this is a warm up. It's just a warm up. Probably shouldn't have done that, but. No! 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 Oh. Oh. So, you may have just noticed I did some partials at the end then. I think it's really worth just emphasising that point for if you train on your own. A lot of the time you probably think, oh, I need to ask for a spot, I need a spot on this movement. With everything coming out on length and partials, I know there's still a big debate around full range of motion, length and partials. I would never say sacrifice one for the other, but ultimately, if you can't get the muscle short anymore and you don't have a spot, then what the studies do show us is it's perfectly adequate to just smash out some partials instead. You know, that can kind of fix the issue of training on your own. Because you don't need a spot to do partials. You just get into the stretch position and just rep them out. And you can use that as a nice way of progressing as well. You can track how many length and partials you do, and then you could increase them over time. So it's just a really useful point for people that are worrying about training on your own. You don't always have to have a spot. I didn't use one then, and I feel like I got a lot out of the set without one. So length and partials are a very useful tool for, you know, creating that level of intensity you need without a spot. You would have noticed that was like a 15 rep set as my first set. And a lot of the time people think they need to be doing this top set, back off set approach. That doesn't mean anything, all right? Progressive hypertrophy works between like rep 6 and like 30 reps, so you don't have to do a top set first. I think it's just an exciting way to train. Why I'm doing this is because my hamstrings are, in my opinion, a weaker area, so I want to really get as much of a connection as possible, and I want to carry less emotional attachment to the number that I'm getting. You know, just focusing on connection, higher reps, as opposed to going in there and just going like, I need to shift this weight and just going heavy. Just stripping that back a little bit and just focusing on literally just getting my hamstrings as, you know, burnt up as possible. And then going into the heaviest set after this, I just feel so much more from it. It also means I don't throw my hips around, and yeah, it's a much more productive way for me to generate that stimulus. No! Oh. Oh. Oh, fuck. So I've been doing 1.5s on this, which is a partial into a full rep, a partial into a full rep. And on leg curls, it absolutely blows up your hamstrings. I just find hamstrings feel so good when you train them more in the stretch position. So on this, it works really nicely as well because the machine is quite heavy in the short. So ultimately, not having to do that as much doesn't make you burn out. You just keep it in the area where you get a big stimulus. Yeah, hamstrings are now just absolutely blown up from that. It's probably the most painful intensifier type of set you can do is 1.5s. You've tried it on the hacks and it is awful. You have to literally just go to another place, otherwise the pain will just get the better of you. So you see I've got Tiger Balm here. Essentially it masks pain, okay? So you're probably thinking like, is that really a good thing? Now, most of the time it's not, because if you're not aware of it, okay? But I am aware of where I get pain in certain things and I will always try and improve it. But there's certain things that really will benefit from this, and that's the main thing is muscular soreness. So right now, what I'm doing is a very low stance in the hacks. I am still in the process of kind of adapting to it. I'm introducing different things like the 1.5s that I'm doing on this now, which is like more time in the stretch position. So there's things that are contributing to more soreness in my calves, because essentially my heels are coming off because my feet are so low. And it just means that sometimes it can be a bit sore when I'm doing hacks, and that pain can be distracting. So putting this on solves it. It helps so much. And it means I can just get on with the set. I'm still aware of what I'm having to do, because in the warm-ups I can feel it's there. And I know what will fix it, which is just adaptations, you know, getting more used to what I'm doing. So it's no problem for me. It's just when you overuse this and you're then just not really realizing pain when you have it, basically. So I'll put this on the side of my calves just to help, just put a bit of heat on the area. It's literally just this area where it's sore, because that's kind of the area that gets a bit more challenged. So I'll just put this all on it here. One thing, it smells, but I quite like the smell. It's a bit like petrol. It's like, it smells weird, but kind of nice. Gets you psyched up. It's like all baths.
Big fucking set, come on. Up, come on! Let's go. Come on, drive! Boom! Yeah, come on! Let's go, come on. Let's go. Yeah, up! Come on, that's yours. Again. Drive, come on!
Very happy with that set, but I think the biggest thing about training and goals that you set, like goals that I have with the hack at the moment, is they can seem pretty daunting. So what I want is a 6-plate paused hack. That sounds pretty far away. Right now I'm doing 415, but if you just focus on each day as it comes, each session as it comes, each step at a time, you're going to get there, okay? I promise you, you'll get there if you keep turning up. The thing is with these big goals that you set that excite you, is sometimes people think, well, I can't do that. That's ridiculous. I promise you, you just can if you believe in yourself. So each session, you go up half a rep consistently for a year, let's say, and you stay in a surplus. Think about how far your performance is going to go. And how easy is it to go up half a rep when you go into the gym? That's almost like what you're expecting when you go into that session. So why is it when you think about those longer term goals, they seem unrealistic? Because the day-to-day tasking is way more realistic, but the day-to-day task collectively adds up to that long-term goal you have. So just stick at it, just stick at it. Don't stress about these big goals. Think about them and let them excite you and believe that they'll be there, because they will.
Let's go. Nice, come on. Easy. Come on, let's fucking go. Come on. Up! Keep it moving, don't stop. Drive, come on. And again, come on. Up! Let's go. Drive, come on. Let's go, come on. Drive! Yeah, fucking go. Up!
No! No! Oh, fuck. Oh, those reps are brutal. Oh, fucking hell. You go into those sets and there's a lot of fear because you know how fucking brutal it is. And all you have to do is just not think about anything. Don't think about anything. Just go into that set. Just fucking go. Just keep telling yourself that. Every rep, just fucking go. Like, imagine someone screaming at you. It's the people that, I guess, don't have that fear, and don't worry about it, that won't perform as well as possible, because you don't think about it. You go into the set and you're like, oh shit, that really hurts. Oh, I wasn't prepared for this. I can't do it. So that fear's a good thing. You learn how to mentally prepare for it, and you just fucking get after it.
Come on. Drive, come on. Let's go, come on. And again, let's go. Drive, come on. And again, let's go, come on. Drive, come on, finish it.
Oh, Lord. Right, so go on to leg extensions, and I'm literally just doing one working set. That's it. And that sees me do a total of 4 sets on quads. Very, very low. And I want to stress, don't decide your volume based around what I'm doing or even what anyone else is doing. It's very easy to ask other people questions about volume just because you're a bit unsure. But it's all trial and error, and it's also just based around your individual needs with your physique. So when you decide volume, and when I'm talking about individual needs, I'm talking about where's your specific recovery capacity at? Where's your intensity? How hard you train? That kind of links to recovery. And then what do you need on your physique in terms of muscle growth? I don't really need more quads. yeah, I want more quads because it will give me like a really good standout body part, which is important in the pro lineup, but it's not needed. Like I wouldn't say I need it for where I place. It's just a good thing to chase and it will make me better. So I'm not trying to rely on pushing that up. I'm relying on other things for my placing on stage, which is back thickness, glute development, all those different things. So it wouldn't make sense for me to be doing loads of quad work. I just felt like I had to say that because it's very easy for people to watch my training and go, oh, low volume is the key, I'm going to do 3 sets of quads in my workout. And I think that it's good you're getting kind of suggested to do that. I think that's teaching you how to train efficiently, which is brilliant and hard, but you don't have to take it to that extreme necessarily. Maybe you need more sets than that. It depends on the person, it depends on your training age, your recovery, so many things, and that's why you're never really going to know how much volume you need unless you are experienced or you're with a coach. If you're new to this game, get a coach, because that's what I did at day one. I had a coach, I wasn't trying to work it out on my own. And I know you might be maybe a bit limited with funds, but if you care about your goals a lot, you're going to get your money back because it's going to make a huge difference. So, and if you're a better bodybuilder, you might end up making a lot of money from it. So. So going on to split squats, and I think it's worth talking about, going back to that point about volume, I'm doing 1 set on this. And glutes is something that I need more of, but it's not just when you decide volume, you can't just decide it around recovery. It's actually a lot more complex than that. A lot of the time people get asked the question, how is your recovery? I recover fine, I'm not sore going into the session, I can increase volume. Yeah, maybe that's true, but equally you don't know whether that will just take away from performance. I feel like there's degrees to freshness that you can carry into the gym. And I know that if I do 2 sets on this, I'll be going into the pool in 2 sleeps, doing hinges. And even if I feel recovered, I know it will just limit my ability to progress that movement. It just will. So, and I learned that a lot when I was dieting. I felt recovered going into push, but performance was dipping a lot. And I took away volume and everything held so much. So it's about finding that balance, but you can't just think about soreness. There's a lot more to it than that. So I'm just having a breather in between the other leg, but this movement has progressed a lot recently, and I think it just shows how important frequency is. I used to do barbell rows in my other pull session. I swapped it to another hinge, so a deficit deadlift, and since hitting glutes that more frequently, even this has moved more. You know, I'm just getting efficient in training the glute in different areas, in the stretch, in the short, and it all really adds up. It just shows how important it is dividing your volume throughout the week, allowing yourself to have very high quality work in your sessions, as opposed to just putting it all in one session. So one set on glute Smith split squats, glute bias, every 10 days. Every time I go in and do this, it's been going up. Yeah, I was not long ago, I was doing 2 plates for like 6 reps. And that was when I was heavy as well, and now I'm doing nearly 3 plates. It better show my glute development. Better have striated glutes next time. Oh. Fuck. So yeah, I'm having to be pretty careful on calf raises because last rotation on this session, I went on this and overstretched. I came out of it, my ankle felt messed up and it always swollen for a while. So I'm going to failure, but just a bit more with like less of a stretch and just being a bit more on the cautious side because I don't want to make the same error. But it feels alright. I love a standing calf raise because you can get that full stretch really. But yeah, just 2 sets of kind of, I wouldn't want to say reps in reserve, like it is failure, but just really focusing on the stimulus more than chasing a number or just going like balls to the wall in it basically. Oh. Oh. Fucking hell. When you learn how to actually train abs properly, it's so much harder. I used to train, I think for maybe the last 8 years of my training, train abs like an idiot. Just like throwing your body around. You want to go into spinal extension and flexion. And you've got to think about your body not moving unless you're contracting from here. So it's so easy just to lean, fight that, contract hard and hard and hard from here, and try and feel your body getting put into that position through your midsection. No. No. If you're wondering why I'm doing lats on leg day, I mean, I probably spoke about this in the past because I did it for a long time, my last push-up, but just one set, focusing on my weak point, I rest either side of the legs, so there's no issues with doing it in terms of recovery. So I've got 2 sleeps until pull. It's a really useful way of bringing up weak points. That's why I love this split. Push, pull, off legs, off. It means you can put some things onto legs. If your legs are strong, you can get away with that. So whilst that worked really well in bringing up my upper lats, my teres, so up here, I need more of it. So it's just the same again. For the most part, like the majority of the training for this push-up is literally the same as last time. Well, it is pretty much, it's just more of the same. We just don't stop, we just keep doing it. So you'll see me continue to train other body parts on legs. I'm going to do 1 set of biceps now. That's not because of their weakness, but it's just fun. That's it really. So that's a wrap for today's session. You just saw some highlights of posing. Right now I'm quite eager to pose because I'm at that stage post-diet where everything's filling out, holding condition well, still in decent condition. So I'm really enjoying this phase. To be honest, I think this is the most fun I've had with training maybe ever. Like, I'm really noticing a difference this time round, and it's essentially because I'm going out of a diet in a stronger hormonal position than all the times that I've come out of a diet which has been a prep and I've focused on recovering. And it's very difficult, the line is very difficult to nail in terms of making sure you recover hormonally and then also not gain weight too quick. It's quite hard to get that spot on. Right now I'm on very low, well, not low food, but 400 carb, like there's not much food, 2,900 calories, and performance is absolutely flying. It's almost like we've just nailed that sweet spot of food where it's not too much that we ruin insulin sensitivity, and you know, we're using food so well, recovery's the best it's been. Probably mostly pushed though by essentially where I am hormonally now. It just shows if you're natural, take time off, take 2 years off. So you've seen today kind of what that looks like in terms of training. Everything's progressing. We're almost at 5 plates paused on the hack. I'd never expect to be doing that at 85 kilos. This time a year ago I was 85 kilos and I was doing 4.5 plates on the hack for like 6 reps continuous. So it's very satisfying when you look back. But yeah, thank you for watching guys. I appreciate all the support. Loads more content to come as always. Like and subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next video.